Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And today I want to bring another basic videos for those players that are just starting with the game. I see it with the comments under my videos that a lot of people are starting playing the game for the very first time at the moment. And so after a lot of high level videos, I want to bring a few more of those basic videos that bring people a little insight in how this game works. And today I want to talk about going to warp with your ships, but also how to cancel that warp, because it can be a pain if you make mistakes there. And so I chose this topic for today. But before I get started, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be notified when another video comes out. But let's have a look at the galaxy. In the end, well, when you get started, you will know this little part here with the low-level systems, and you work your way through over towards the factions. But the galaxy is growing bigger and bigger over time, with all Scopely is introducing, with the Dominion that at some point came in, with the Delta Quadrant. Then there's the regular deep space, and also the deep space I haven't been to, because that's the new deep space they introduced when they introduced the ship levels of 61 to 70. And so you will have some long flight times at some point. And that's why I also want to talk about cancellations. But in general, if you want to go somewhere, you just click on one system, and there you see the green button that says set course. And then you just click that button, and your ship, after a few seconds of initializing the warp drive, will start flying there. We have some issues with the graphics again, so it didn't show what it usually does. Usually it would show some lines here that show you the path to the system, but also if ships are in transit, there's still a glowing line that shows you that one of your ships is in transit to some of those positions. And in this case, it didn't show. So that's something I cannot change. It's the same, the colors from the territories are gone again. That happens regularly at the moment. But this was just the easy thing. Click a system, set course, and your ship will fly there. It's important that you have the warp range on your ship, of course. You can see it all the time. On the left, if you look there, it says ship A, and it says 314 warp on this one. It's not my longest range, but it's a lot for someone who just got started. But that is something you always have to keep an eye on. That's why I already made a video on warp range officers and stuff like that, so you can have a look there too. But with a better warp range, you have longer flight times. I mean, I did a lot of research, so it's not that bad for me at the moment. But if we go here into the outer system still, and just for example go here in the far out Federation space, where I just click something, that's not even the far out I wanted. Okay, when I lost it, I just take my bookmarks. That's what I wanted. And if we just go here, you see that I need 5 minutes to go here, but that's because of my research, and that's why you have to keep an eye on your research for warp range, but also for warp speed. It's not that long ago that I needed more than 10 minutes to fly to this system here, and now it's 5 minutes. And just think about, it was still 10 minutes when I'm doing this. So first of all, you immediately can cancel the jump if you realize in the second that your ship is preparing the 5 seconds to jump that you made a mistake. Then I show you once again, I click, and down there the X in the red button can immediately cancel. That is the first thing what you can do if you realize it that quickly. But even after you set the course and the ship, after the preparation now has jumped, you still have a chance to stop the ship and not have to wait the 10 minutes, for example, I needed here. If you click the ship, there's a stop button, and you can just click stop here. Okay, and it was very close to a system in this case, so I couldn't show you the nice start. So let's go to this one. Set course. And when you click the stop button, it doesn't stop in between. It just ends up in the next system. And this is now here Kaisu, for example, or if we do it a little bit more complicated. If we jump here, that's the bad thing that the lines are not showing today. If you jump and then stop, he will always end up in the next system on its flight path. You might still be a few minutes away from that next system if you look at these lines, and especially in the beginning the warp drive is really slow. I know that. As I mentioned earlier in other videos, I do have a small account as well that I will need for certain videos, like the new academy they invented. I will make a video about that next month probably when it's coming up again. And there I know how slow the impulse drives are and how slow the warp drives are. You still might lose 1 or 2 minutes, but if you have set up a longer warp drive or warp ride, you will not lose 10 minutes or even more just because you clicked the wrong system. So you always can cancel your warp journey in flight. You cannot change course in flight. That's impossible, but at least you can cancel the flight and it will stop in the next system you reach. And there's one more button that is important when your ship is in some system out there and not in your home system. Talking about warp, not about returning overall. Then you can press the recall button on the left there, and then your ship will automatically jump back to your home station. If you use the same button in the system while you're flying around in the system where your station is, it should work as well. I just realized I never do that when I'm in the system. It's quite funny. But we can check that in a second. There should be a recall button. Yeah, of course there's a recall button as well if you're in system. We just stop here. There's some, yeah, and there's the recall button when you're in the system, and it just goes there on impulse drive. There must be a way to return to the station. That's something else you just see when you're playing for years, and there are so little things that you take for granted. It's sometimes really hard to remember when you want to explain, is it like this or is it like this? Because after some time playing this game, you just do all of this automatically without thinking about this. And then when you want to make a video about this, you really have to think, wait a second, was it that way or was it that way? And that's why it's sometimes fun for me to realize, never thought about this. But you saw it, and you know how you can warp somewhere. I still have to warp somewhere else because we have defense in a few minutes. So I'm just warping there, but I will have to, yeah, it's warping. That's another one of the bugs here at the moment. We have that ships are not showing correctly. I have to go to another device for the defense again. I need to film from the iPad, but defenses and incursions and all I only do on a desktop because it's a little bit more stable than the iPad at the moment, especially since they did the last territory reset. But I hope I could give our newest players a little insight in the warp basics, and especially the cancellation, because that is something you really would want to know if you are clicking a system far out and that's the wrong system where you didn't want to go, or you pick the wrong ship. That often happens to me as well, that you have the wrong ship that you send to that system. You want to cancel that, and now you know how to do that, and I hope I saved you some time with it. If you want to say something in general about warp travel or cancellations of warp travel, please write it in the comments as well. I know that I also have a lot of experienced players watching. And if you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I regularly read the comments. And once again, if you want to join my Discord server, please write a comment under this video that you want a Discord link. Please do not answer to my comments. I will never find that again. With the number of comments, etc. coming in, I will not find that. So write your own comment under the video that you need a Discord link or would like to have it. Then I can give it to you, because then I can find that immediately. And if you want to see another video right now, the next video is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.